Yeah, because there's this image of a city, right? You are getting everything at your home.
Everything is like automatic, no? Everything is like working over like the internet. For many people, especially in city, like very disconnected from like nature.
So do you guys also not take medicines or like allopathy से बिल्कुल दूर?
जी मतलब मुझे 10 साल हो गए पिछले 10 साल से मैंने कोई एलोपैथी मतलब मैंने मेडिसिन नहीं लिया. There was a family, the kid was like they were homeschoolers. They used to come to us and like then they go to Goa. They found it like their daughters are running in the ocean and their friends kids are like they are getting afraid. What is happening with them, like why there is no fear or anything. And then she understood that like what we were doing over there is this is how it affects. We become more friends to nature. Like
you grow all your vegetables here, right?
Yeah.
Where do you see the future?
Right now we are working with schools. We also have a membership program over here. We would love to have more schools, more family members in Azadwadi so that we have more deeper learning, more deeper connections and understanding more about the climate change. Definitely we would love to expand in that way. We would love to like create impacts on the lives of people of Gurgaon and Delhi NCR.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Pal Ki Khal. Today we are in Azad Wadi. Like it's a small place near Gurgaon, sector 64. Should I mention that? Like the area? Because people will come here to
Sector 63.
Sector 63. Sector 63. So we have Azad with us. So he started this learning space, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he started learning space. You can live how to live close to nature and understand. He's kind of, you're making a new way of learning only, right? Where you are teaching kids and people to learn to live with nature as well as know about it and also learn the demerits of living in an urban space, right? Yes. Yeah, you are. It's a handful of things that he's teaching here. And then we have Emily. So Emily also works here. And she's from south of Germany, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. I didn't say it wrong now. And what do you do exactly here? Like
I'm doing all kind of work, like whatever is needed. Like working outside in the farm, also in the garden work, because I love to work with nature. So I like to work with plants always. Or I do painting also, creative work. I also work with social media. So different things that that we are doing here every day. So.
Oh, nice. Yes, same. And what about you? Like, how would you like to introduce yourself to the audience? Do you have some?
Yeah. So basically, I'm Azad, and I'm trying over here that how can I also participate in like something which is like which more creates more value in this world and in me, and also people around me. So that's how we come up with this idea of creating Azad Wadi, which means Valley of Freedom, where you are free enough to like move around in valley, and you can create your own like natural lifestyle, and you understand about like what is natural lifestyle. So that's what we are trying over here, in especially a space like Gurgaon, where like there is so much of consumerism, so much of like urban living. People are totally disconnected with forest, with themselves. They are only running behind money, and like families are falling apart. So how we can like bring all this together and like make a beautiful lifestyle out of it, and what all problems we are facing, and how we can like solve the root cause which is like actually there.
Yeah, because there's this image of a city, right? Like you are getting everything at your home. People are happy there because they can order things, sabji, like vegetables in just 8 minutes.
Many people don't even go outside anymore. They will order their food online, and they will go into the fitness center rather than going for running outside in the forest.
Right.
Or they will just like everything is like automatic. No, everything is like working over like the internet. So they are actually like many people, especially in city, like very disconnected from like nature or like going outside, no? So experiencing what is around you actually. So, like we try to bring people out again, basically, and to open their eyes, like what is actually around me, what birds are actually singing when I'm listening to music. I can't hear them. So, to opening their ears is just to make them see themselves again. Like everyone has their eyes and their ears to hear, but like many people they forget to use it.
Yeah, but they even forget that it exists near, like,
Also, it's like we motivate people to go outdoor, but also, what does it mean to go outdoor? Like, हम लोग यहाँ पर एकदम फॉरेस्ट के बहुत करीब हैं, और यहाँ पर भी मॉर्निंग वॉक्स के लिए, रनिंग के लिए लोग आते हैं. बट मैं अक्सर सुनता हूँ कि अरे यार आज तो हम लोग वड़ा पाव खाने जाएंगे, आज तो बहुत रनिंग कर ली. सो देन इट विल डिफीट द होल आइडिया ऑफ लाइक कि आप नेचर में जा रहे हैं, आप लोग अगर एक हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल चूज कर रहे हैं और उसके बाद अगर एक वड़ा पाव सामने आ रहा है जो तेल में तला हुआ है, और हमें ये भी आइडिया नहीं कि वो तेल कहाँ से आया है, किस तरह से बना हुआ है, क्योंकि उसकी बनावट ही अपने आप में बहुत टॉक्सिक है. तो ये बहुत सूक्ष्म बातें हैं, बहुत डीप ये है, क्या बोलते हैं कि इसमें अगर आप स्टडी करेंगे तो, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं आपकी हेल्थ को
अफेक्ट करेगा.
तो जब हम ये समझौता कर लेते, अगर हमने ये समझौता कर लिया कि अच्छा ठीक है मेरी हेल्थ चल रहा है, लेकिन आप ये देखिए कि वो आपका रथ है, वो आपका व्हीकल है जिसपे आपको राइड करना है, और अगर उसमें एक पहिया भी अगर खराब हो गया या एक स्क्रू भी ढीला हो गया तो बहुत मुश्किलें आने लगती है धीरे धीरे. और कैसे हम उसको फिट रखें हमेशा, और कैसे मजबूत रखें ताकि हम जो भी करना चाहें लाइफ में वो कर पाए और खुशी से कर पाए.
राइट, वही बॉडी इज क्या बोलेंगे उसको, टेम्पल काइंड ऑफ.
मंदिर, मतलब मंदिर, इसका मीनिंग ही है कि.
So did you guys ever live in like how did this idea first pop in your mind that nature has these values as well? Like was it your upbringing, or first you lived in a city and then you realized like this is, I feel a bit of like dissociation from this kind of culture. So how did you
for me, like my when I was in school, my school was like very bad, like and like I have been to like almost all the schools in Udaipur.
Okay.
Yeah, and nobody was like.
Oh, so Udaipur, that's why you go there for learning.
Yes. So in Udaipur, like everybody was like, no, this student we can't like handle. So, and I was keep failing. Like, it was like I was not able to somehow pass like this examination, and so.
Yeah, they make you feel that. You don't have any survival instincts. So if you're not good at studies, then how will this guy survive?
Failure, like,
but he can. So,
they will measure you only on the marks, no?
Yeah.
Like so, there is a big tag of failure. They'll just, acha, ye to failure hai.
And it's not like you will eat marks, right? You can survive by eating the veggies, or like you can grow it yourself, right?
True. And that's how like I understood ki, and then when I went to college, I also done boxing, so I'm like national player in boxing. So 7 years I have done boxing, and somehow I understood that okay, I'm not failure, maybe I can do something. Okay, and then I went to Fine Arts College. I studied in Baroda Fine Arts College, and there I dropped out after 4 years, and like I was good at it, like. So I was like
same story.
So I was like
I also dropped out of my college 4 years.
Yeah. Okay. So just before like 2 months, like I dropped out, and till then, like I was understanding that there's something there's problem inside me, but never understood that like what is happening around, and like and when I dropped out, and like when I started this journey of I tried to make this what you call masters. I said like I self-design my masters, and there I went to the forest, and then I spent like 3 years of 3 years of my time in forest, and there I stayed.
Which forest?
It's called Fulwari Kinal. It's near in the Rajasthan near Udaipur.
Okay.
So there I like understood okay what life actually looks like, without judgments, without any punishments, like, what freedom looks like, and how everybody is happy. Like here and there, kids are like playing. They don't have to. They are going school, but like school is like some very fun thing. Like in village, if you go, or like remote places, if you go to, and while coming back, they'll just like dip inside the water stream or somewhere. They'll just take bath and come water, like So there I started understanding that okay, there is something in this environment which is like, you know, making these people happy. And there I thought ki, okay, forest is very important to create this kind of lifestyle and, you know, like
to create to be happy or
and that's the
lead a satisfied life, है ना?
True. हमारा गोल भी तो वही है ना, मतलब अगर हम खुश हैं तो सब है, अगर वो चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट नहीं है हमारे, अगर तो कोई भी हमारे पास नहीं आएगा. कितना बैंक में पैसा है, किसी को आपका पैसा नहीं चाहिए, किसी को पड़ी भी नहीं है आपके पास कितना पैसा है, लेकिन अगर आपके पास चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट है तो ऑटोमेटिकली लोग खींच के चलेंगे. तो खुशियां हैं जो मतलब मैटर करती है हमें.
So how did this idea come to, like, what's your story?
Like I grew up like directly like next to a forest, so like in my early childhood, like all my life, like I always went to the forest. Like I spent more time in the forest than like on the streets or somewhere. So like for me, like it was always like one of the most important thing. And like I actually came to, I guess, to like all this kind of nature. I want to like do something for nature. Also because like
one second. थोड़ा सा वो noise. Yeah, just take a stop and then. Okay, now you can speak again.
No, like I always loved nature a lot. I loved animals also a lot. So
did you have any pets back then?
Haha, dog. He was like my brother, my best friend. I always went to the forest with him.
Okay.
So basically, like I grew up in Germany, no? So there, like most of the thing are like very industrialized. Like people, they live like very disconnected, like from nature. Even like I lived in village, but like the way the lifestyle is that, like, for example, the food you eat. Like here in India, you get it, maybe you can get it from local villager with buffalo and he will give you the milk. But there, like, it's huge industries. So, like, everything, it's not even healthy for you because it's full of, like, toxic, like, full of medicine. The animal will never see, like, the daylight. And it's just, like, huge industry. And so, like, when I was maybe 12 years old, I understood, like, I don't want to support this. And then, like, through this, I understood more and more, like, how, like, people are destroying this planet. And, like, I saw it, like, around me, like, how things are getting destroyed. And then also, like, later, like, I traveled a lot to different places, like, where I met different people, like, people who have to leave their homes because they don't have water anymore. People who are, like, where their forest is being burned, or where the people, they have no drinking water more because they have lived from the water of the river, and now it's being poisoned by the industry. So, like, for me, nature is the most important thing, and I feel like if we want to, like, continue, like, living together, like, we have to protect nature. We have to come back to our root and, like, live together with nature again. And remember, like, remember our instinct. Remember, like, where we come from. Remember what I said before, like, seeing, looking, hearing, like, really being outside and feeling these things. Because, like, if we are disconnected, then we're also disconnected from ourselves. And then, like, many diseases come. Mental diseases, stress, burnout, and also all these physical diseases that people now have in society.
Yeah, like cancer is becoming so everyone is getting it, I feel. Like, it's like becoming very visible right now, like the changes in the health as well as the nature, right? So, for example, like I was just remembering this chapter in my book. So when I was a kid, so I was so there was this chapters like in geography. They were about these different parts of continents. So first they taught us about Zaire in Africa, right? How's it there? So they were also like later on they moved on to the farms in US, and they were showing the animal farms. So it was shown that everything is done by machine, and it was shown as like, wow, that's development. Everything is done by machine. That was like it was taught to us at that time, and now I feel like I had a different definition of development only, like all my life. Now it's changing. Like now I don't feel if everything is machinized, so I don't feel like that place is actually good place or a good place.
It's actually going back again.
Yeah, it's actually
before we had a lot more knowledge. Like in every, even if you look like, for example, I'm learning the traditional medicine or natural medicine. So even like before, like all the different healers, they knew all these different medicinal plants that are growing outside everywhere. If you go in the forest, every second plant will have some medicinal benefit. But now, like the pharma industry is like putting some kind of chemical that with this medicine, the people get actually more ill than they were before. Like some kind of a drug. Like
so
we have like forgotten that knowledge.
Any medicinal thing that you learned while you were learning in Udaipur, right? That you can share with the audience once they can do it, but it's easily done at home. You can share.
Like everyone can basically, like medicine you're saying.
So basically what do you learn there?
Maybe practice or medicine.
Like for example, if you go outside, like many different plants are beneficial. For example, here we have like the tulsi growing or the lemongrass.
Yeah, I also saw that. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Ajwain. What's it called in English? Ajwain. No. Yeah, I've been asking this question since morning. I went to some other place like before this, and there they also had the same plant, and we have been talking about since then, but we haven't searched.
English important question.
Yeah, so you were saying.
Like there I'm learning like about like different like there are like,
so for example, morning routine. If someone has to start a day, what's the best? Like because teas are not working anymore, right, for people. Because either they are lactose intolerant or tea is just what do you say?
Actually,
it's addictable. Like you get addicted to coffees and teas, right? So
for example, one thing which is good in the morning, like warm water with lemon also. To drink this is like cleaning all like your digestive system, everything. So to drink this early in the morning, it's like very good for your body. Also, then for example, like oral health, like for example, they do like tongue cleaning, or like also you can do things like oil pulling, or just cleaning the teeth, because basically also during the night, like a lot of bacteria and stuff is like in the mouth. So to clean this, wash with water also. And for example, also in the morning, it's a good time to do like breathing exercises or like maybe some short time like meditation. Like after the sleep, your mind is still very calm. So the morning you can use for this kind of thing to stay balanced, and then like in a balanced way start the day.
Right. So we can like start talking about your that PPT thing you were saying, na? We can just start. Like you can show the PPT again.
Yeah, we can like also like how it's going. We can like.
You can also.
This is also like good like.
I just remembered ki
this is fine. This is fine.
I was thinking ki so what's your ideal day routine? Like how it should be.
I would love to share about also.
The medicine.
The day routines are different every time, but yeah, because I also keep on practicing.
Wait, और बोल लो तेज, please. ठीक है.
So मैं काफी कोशिश करता हूँ अलग अलग लाइफस्टाइल को प्रैक्टिस करने का, और फ्रूटेरियन उसमें से एक है, जिसमें कि आप सिर्फ फ्रूट्स पे जिंदा रहते हो, फ्रूट्स के अलावा और कुछ भी नहीं खाते हो. फिर मैं एक और प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ जो रॉ फूड है, यानी कि आप कोई भी कच्चा पका हुआ खाना नहीं खाते, आप सिर्फ कच्चा खाना खा रहे हैं, कुछ भी हो. तो
you have tried that as well.
हाँ, like 2 months, 3 months, 2 months, 3 months. This is how I like spend my time. और ये मेरा हॉबी है अपना. लेकिन हाँ, कुछ चीजें हैं जो मैं आपको आपके माध्यम से मतलब मैं आपके दर्शकों को कहना चाहूंगा कि आप फास्टिंग जरूर करें. फास्टिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है हमारी हीलिंग में, और उसका बहुत सिंपल फंडा है कि हमारा जो पेट है, बेसिकली वो सारी एनर्जी जो डाइजेशन में लगती है, तो मतलब 70 to 75% एनर्जी हमारे डाइजेशन में लगती है, हमारे स्टमक को. तो अगर जब हम खाते पीते नहीं है और जब स्टमक हमारा खाली रहता है, तो वो बाकी जो एनर्जी है, वो 75% जो एनर्जी है, वो हमारी हीलिंग में जाती है. तो फॉर एग्जांपल, जैसे कि अगर आपको घुटनों में दर्द है और अगर आपने फास्टिंग किया हुआ है, तो अब स्टमक खाली है अपना, तो वो सारा जो एनर्जी है वो बॉडी क्या बोलते हैं यहाँ पे पुश करेगा कि चाहे आपके जो घुटने हैं उसको वो ठीक करे. अदरवाइज इवन कैंसर जैसा भी बीमारी है, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, क्योंकि कैंसर भी अगर आप देखेंगे तो हम उसको वो वाला खाना दे रहे हैं जिसपे वो कैंसर पल रहा है,
हम्म।
तभी वो बढ़ेगा। लेकिन अगर आप
ये
उसको
भी नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू ने भी आई थिंक सेम
हाँ,
बात
बिल्कुल,
बोली थी और
बिल्कुल,
सब लोग उस
हाँ।
पर अटैक करने लगे
जी
थे।
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
हाँ, हाँ।
सो मुझे पिछले 8 साल से मुझे पिछले 8 साल हो गए हैं इस फूड पे, अलग अलग फूड पे एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हुए। और आप यकीन नहीं मानेंगे कि मतलब जैसे हमको जो स्कूल्स में सिखाया गया है ना कि बहुत बेसिक की आपको अपने दांत
हाँ,
ब्रश करने हैं,
right.
टूथपेस्ट लगाना है, कोलगेट करना है। आपने देखा होगा कि स्कूल में वो ये लोग भी आते हैं कि
हाँ।
अपना एडवर्टाइज करने के लिए। आप देखेंगे कि मेरे मुंह में से बदबू नहीं आता है।
हाँ।
मतलब मैं अगर सुबह मॉर्निंग में उठूंगा ना तो कोई किसी तरह का कोई बदबू नहीं है।
जैसे मैंने भी देखा जब लाइफस्टाइल ना व्हेन आई एम लाइक व्हेन आई एम क्या बोलेंगे उसको आई वेक अप ऑन टाइम, व्हेन आई वेक अप ऑन टाइम, व्हेन आई वेक अप ना स्लीप ऑन टाइम, वो सब माउथ
जी,
ऑटोमेटिकली इट ऑल गोस अवे।
बिल्कुल।
हां,
तो अगर हम राइट टाइप ऑफ फूड अपने अंदर डालेंगे, अपने शरीर को देंगे, तो वो शरीर उसी तरह से एक्ट करेगा। बदबू यानी कि आप ये समझिए कि बदबू जो है वो किसी ना किसी तरह का एक सिग्नल दे रहा है हमें अपना शरीर के कुछ गड़बड़ हो रहा है,
डीके का राइट,
कुछ भी हो सकता है कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है अंदर, तभी वो बदबू आ रही है ना। नहीं तो खुशबू, आप देखिए खुशबू अगर फूड
स्पेशली विद एनिमल्स आल्सो ना, लाइक समटाइम्स सम एनिमल्स दे स्मेल बैड एंड
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। आप फ्लावर का देखिए, आप फ्रूट का देखिए, आप सब्जी का देखिए कि आप कभी भी उस सब्जी को नहीं छुएंगे जो बैड स्मेल कर रहा है। उसी तरह से हमारे शरीर के अंग में अगर बदबू आ रही है यानी कि कुछ गड़बड़ है।
हाँ,
तो ये समझना है हमें कि वो कैसे गड़बड़ हो रही है, वो सेकंड पार्ट है कि हम लोग कैसे उसको समझते हैं, किस तरह से उसको ट्रीट करते हैं, वो अलग एक सेक्शन है। लेकिन ये कि आप समझ जाइए कि बदबू जो है वो कोई आपका नेचुरल पार्ट नहीं है।
समझ रहा हूँ
जी।
So, so do you guys also not take medicines or like ऐसा भी होता है कि like एलोपैथी से बिल्कुल दूर?
जी, मतलब मुझे 10 साल हो गए, पिछले
हाँ।
10 साल से मैंने कोई एलोपैथी मतलब मैंने मेडिसिन नहीं लिया।
Oh wow.
हाँ जी, पिछले 10 साल से कोई मेडिसिन मैंने खाया नहीं है।
हाँ, काफी। And you?
I've taken before that. Like I sometimes have taken that. I try to avoid always. But like more in the past, like when I grew up, also my family they also take allopathy. Like they do both, like natural medicine, homeopathy also, or allopathic. So like I grew up with both, like a mix. Depending like how severe the illness is, also with what kind of thing, like what possibilities there are to cure. So
During the COVID,
I
this
try
thing.
to avoid it.
Okay, 5 minutes. So during COVID, this thing, like people got really aware of, right? Like because before that they were not taking care of their health at all, and then this vaccine thing came that which was not able to save as many lives as we thought it would, right? So then I remember like people started talking about this thing. They drink hot water in the morning. They started taking care of themselves away, and people started to do yoga as well, right? So that was a big warning, I think. Like, after that, life must have changed. So where were you at that time? Like, were you guys?
I was traveling.
You were traveling.
Like I traveled in COVID time. Where it was like I've traveled 5 states of India.
Oh.
I was keep on traveling, and I thought like, oh, this is the fun.
This time. No one is in the street.
So
Oh wow.
I even went to Amritsar, and there I in the temple I went, and like Golden Temple, and it was full of people, and like I was like.
Oh, people were there at that time.
They were like in the third wave.
Oh, third wave. Okay.
Yes.
I was also traveling. Half time I was still like, and in Germany half time I was traveling in Morocco actually.
Okay, wow.
And there also like no one should go out on the streets. Like everything, like you should stay out inside. Like I also went outside and no one was there. And it was so good. Like no, but
yeah. Okay, so we'll take a break now. Okay, so welcome to the next part, second part of our podcast. So let's start to how we. So we can start from here. What do you teach when one joins your learning space? Like students come here, na? Kids and their families. Yeah. So where do you start from? Like how do you? What do you teach them first?
So let me be little clear.
Okay.
That we don't teach over here.
Okay. You don't teach at all. So they come and they stay here.
So basically, it's a facilitation program.
Okay.
It's a family membership program. And the whole idea is that we learn by doing.
Okay.
And we co-learn.
Okay.
Everyone learns together.
Everybody's learning together, and especially if you'll see in schools, what they do is like they are totally disconnected from their parents. The kids are like totally disconnected,
Okay.
and that is like not like like you don't know what is happening inside the room. Like who's getting harassed, what stress you are getting, and there's one teacher who's handling all these kids. So and especially even in my case, this happened. Like I there was nobody to save me. I was just sitting behind in the corner, like crying. That's it. Like
Why?
now because they will beat me or they will like harass me.
getting bullied.
Yeah. So and then what we feel is like the family, mother, father, grandparents are like major part of kids learning.
They are.
And they should be together. You can't send them someone in a box or in a like a cage and like you say that, oh, now learn. That is not learning. That is like just like you are preparing someone for like slaves.
Yeah,
Slavery.
exactly. It's
It's
slavery,
like
yeah.
we call it modern slavery. What we are doing in corporates basically. So what we try to do over here is we have created this environment in Azadwadi and we call it Forest School. Forest is school. ISCOOL. So what we do over here is we create this environment where people come with their kids, with their grandparents, with their father, with their mother, and you learn, you co-learn with them. You collaborate with each other. You discuss with each other, experiment. If you have some kind of curiosity, then create a project around it.
Like how? Like can you give an example?
Say for example, if there are two families and they want to do something with nature and ecology,
Okay.
and they are interested. So we have forest behind us. So you start going in the forest, and slowly you document. You come to us. We have like a whole huge network of ecologists, environmentalists, and then you talk to them.
Okay,
and then you design your whole.
You basically give them the exposure to these.
True. So
Yeah,
it's
as well as nature, as well as knowledge about nature.
and
Because you have
nobody's
this-
expert there. I am not expert. You are not expert. They are not expert. Everybody is in the circle of learning.
Everyone's student and teacher at the same time.
So there is no teaching. There is facilitation.
seems like
There is
very
creating
happy
environment.
space, actually.
There is environment which is like teaching you, which is like giving you all the knowledge. And what we feel is forest is the core.
Best.
Core. Like you.
Forest has all the knowledge already inside.
All the
how
wisdom it
how
has.
the ecosystem is working together, no?
Yeah,
Like
forest.
how the different parts of the ecosystem are working together. How the soil is made up of, like how the trees communicate with each other. Like everything is in there already.
You just go scratch the ground, and I think
Yeah, you'll see a
thousands of
bunch
things you will find like, just by scratching inside.
Suddenly insects, then
Insects will
plants.
come out, or like
then you will see dead leaves.
You will understand if there's plastic inside, then you will see there's this climate
somebody-
problem inside like happening.
Yeah,
So
and if you dig down, somebody buried a body.
yeah. You will find like a skull. True.
Right. So now while observing these people like who come to your place, right? So what have you found? Like any good observation about them? Like that you think, we helped them there. They were struggling with this, but after now being with you guys and learning.
Yeah, lots of examples. Like one example I can give you, like there was a family and the kid was like they were homeschoolers. They didn't go to school.
Oh, nice.
And they used to come to us and like their daughters they have like they used to come for like 6 months or 8 months like regularly, and then they go to Goa. We were doing all the stuff what we do over here, and when they went to Goa and they found it like their daughters are running in the ocean. And like and they went with friends, and their friends' kids are like they are getting afraid, and all of them are asking like what do you have like how like what is happening with them, like why there is no fear or anything. And then she understood that like what we were doing over there is how it affects. That you become fearful, you become more friends to nature, like you just run there and you
Actually, when you get the knowledge, of course the fear will go out.
there was this one family used to come, and they are still very good friend of us. And when they came here, and they thought of sustainability, and there was this Durga Puja happened for 9 days. And what they did is like they made the whole event like zero waste.
Zero waste.
So they
zero waste.
like zero waste means like all the plastic they removed, or like they went into the planning committee, and like they asked them like no, let's not use plastic, let's not use water bottles, use reusable things, and like
nice.
So these kinds of impacts happens.
Yeah, I was telling my friend about this thing. So I was just telling that kids come here, they learn, and so they also learn about pollution and its side effects. And he was telling me, why kids? Like they're just kids. How will they change? But like they can change.
They are our future now. So
There was like very recently like we went to camping, and there was this youngster, and she was like it was like whole life-changing experience I got. Like I've never seen stars in the sky.
You were also there?
So something
it's like
which
very
is
little thing, For some person, maybe it seems that every day you will see the stars outside. But like some people, maybe especially like if you're in a city or something, like you're maybe not like you don't know nature, so you maybe will be afraid of it. Like people have an image of it, like nature's full of like dangerous animals or snakes. They will attack me. How can I like sleep alone outside in the jungle? Like I will get eaten by something. But like actually, like it's a lot of full of beauty, and like just taking the people out there, and they discover on themselves, like, and then they understand, and from that, like, these are like little moments that like start to make a seed grow inside of them. And like these people, they come back then again. They are like, they see like what kind of space this is, or what kind of also how one communicates with each other, like what about what we're talking here, like about that we're not like talking about all the time some real or whatever, but like about like what is going on like in the forest, or so people come again because like in the end, like it's part like of everyone, no? So I think also everyone can connect in some way.
Yeah.
So
it's less actually. I think the best thing is that there's no anxiety thing happening when you're in nature, like with people, because
if you just imagine the anxiety you had like when you were giving papers.
Right. Oh shit, man.
Like
so
and
much pressure.
that is for what? You are creating all these anxiety, stress for what? For nothing. Like
so because of their anxiety, a lot of people they go around the work for hours because they're like, we have to be the best student. They keep on.
And the same
it's
anxiety,
competition basically.
The same anxiety you will get like when your bank balance is like getting low. The same anxiety you will get. So basically we are like somehow wired, getting ourselves wired as if कि हमको एंजाइटी जो है वो मतलब इट्स ओके टू हैव एंजाइटी. हम ये नहीं समझ पा रहे कि वो एंजाइटी नहीं है, वो उसी तरह से जो शरीर में बदबू आ रही है, ठीक है, वो कुछ सिग्नल कर रहा है, वो कुछ ट्रिगर कर रहा है. तो एंजाइटी इज नॉट ओके, स्ट्रेस इज नॉट ओके. इट्स अ सिग्नल दैट यू आर लाइक यू हैव टू चेंज समथिंग इन योर बॉडी, इन योर लाइफस्टाइल.
Your body is talking to you basically. Like
you should listen to your body actually.
अभी आप देखिए these are just numbers. आप 100 में से 100 ले आए, मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में 10 रुपए हैं, मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में 10 लाख रुपए हैं, ठीक है, मैंने इतना क्या बोलते हैं, इतना प्रोटीन खाया, मैंने इतना ये खाया, मैंने इतना वो खाया. These are all, if you calculate, these are all quantitative numbers.
Especially when you start measuring the carbohydrates, protein, I'm like, man, this
अब आप इसको ये देखिए कि जो कहानियां हैं, these are say numbers are these are stories, okay. और अब आप देखिए हमारे सेंसेस इसको सेंस, हमारे जो जितने भी सेंसरी ऑर्गन्स है इसको सेंस नहीं कर पा रहे. They can't sense number. 10 लाख रुपए हैं तो मेरी नाक को पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि 10 लाख रुपए.
If your lungs are breathing and your like eyes are working, like what are you like afraid of? Like everything's fine. Like
आपको अगर 100 में से 100 आ रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो मेरे आंखों को ये पता थोड़ी चल रहा है कि अच्छा 100 में से 100 आ रहे हैं तो क्या मतलब लेकिन अगर आप उसी को इससे बदलिए कि अगर आप एक गुलाब की खुशबू सूंघ रहे हैं then your whole body will like get excited.
Yeah, I remember this guy. So I told you were into natural farming. So I remember this guy in Punjab. So he had a natural farm. So he had a farm where he was growing. So he was growing honey and some flowers and some other. I don't remember the next thing, but flowers and honey was there. I remember. So he told me to taste the honey, and then he gave me the rose and he told me to smell. And I was like, so I was thinking, it was just a rose, and but that was so different. And I still remember that rose. Like, it was that good.
See, it's a sensory thing, na?
Right.
जंगल में
I can
जाना
see, it is grown.
And these things, like the real senses, they will keep to, like how you say you still remember
Yeah, I
it, no?
still remember it.
Like these are like real experience. Like your body will remember it. Like your mind, everything will remember it. If you just read a book, like what will remember it? Like, your body won't remember any of it. Like your mind will also forget it. Like
a
after
lot of
2 days.
people are finding this difficult in urban areas, basically in the city. That they have enough fertilizer, they have enough water, they have enough mud for a plant to grow, but still they are not able to grow it. But that plant, when it grows in the wild, it grows so strong, right? Like it doesn't need anything, any of that, but it will go strong. So that I find like really fascinating when I'm looking. So most of the time, even I was curious about living in nature because I also feel there's a sixth sense that we are not using at all because we are not in nature, because everything is safe around us, right? So but if we live in nature, we will be able to use that more. I think we can make our body at next level. You can become more fitter, or you can
you can
better
take
version of yourself, right?
like as I said, like do fasting and this and that, and then you have this immense energy in you without eating, like whole day without eating, you will you will survive and you will like be full of energy.
Won't you get any gas as well? Like if you're not eating on
no gas, nothing. Nothing. And that's what he just see that there are lots of people here complaining about Gurgaon is like this and we are living in this city and we are doing corporate job or whatever you are doing. But we are also in Gurgaon. We are in heart of the Gurgaon. Like metro station is like
especially that's
10, metro
that's
station.
I would come here.
Metro station is like 10 minutes away from
right.
And look at the space we have made, like
so calm.
There's no pollution over here. There will be but it's not like if you go in there, just if you
there will be pollution everywhere, like it's
but the way I feel is it's the mindset. If you want to live, you can easily live. You don't have to spend your whole 65 years of money and
then you come with that, the money part.
And also what I feel if you have a vision, or if you do something from your heart, you will find you will find a way, even if it's difficult, even in a space like Gurgaon, it's possible to create some. Many people, they always feel with many different things. If it's creating a space like this, or many people maybe want to go traveling, they think you need thousands of money to do this. There are many different paths actually you can choose. But if you really want to do it and you believe in that, then you will find open doors and you will find people who will help you along.
You have to make some sacrifices, but I have seen that you can achieve anything, but you would have to make some sacrifice and leave some things. For example, people are not able to leave their job only. First thing if they want to live like this, they would have to leave their job, right? You didn't get into getting a job.
But that's also a lot to do with fear actually. Nowadays I feel many people have these fears, what we were talking, fear of not having money, fear of losing their security, fear of
even I have that.
not having any skills. Many people believe that I don't have any skills. If I don't work on computer, what can I do? Because they don't know, because we grow up in this society where you're just stuck in school and then in corporate or whatever. And you could never maybe even try out. You didn't have the possibility to actually find out what are your skills. So, for example, if you go out in nature spaces here, you can try out and just find out which skills you have, because everyone has a lot of skills. Maybe you're good at sewing or at painting or at whatever, construction work. Everyone has some kind of skills. So
But it's
Do you know like why cities are made?
no. For getting workers, I feel. For getting more workers to work for.
So,
Or making the rich richer.
let me share something
Okay.
with you. So in the time of industrialization when it was starting, we need workers. Okay. So we are like, okay, we have a factory and we need more workers. Okay. So now we have lots of workers coming in from the rural parts.
Right.
And now like they've come up with kids. So what to do with kids? Who will take care of them? Put them in schools. Why it's 8 o'clock the time is?
Right.
Have you ever thought like why 8 o'clock is the timing? And why the same time is for
The job as
for
well.
the job as well? So that okay, like then comes the malls, theaters, markets. Okay, now they need some kind of entertainment.
Right.
Okay, busy them.
Right.
Okay, give them some kind of theater. Make a mall for them and let them enjoy.
so that they will stay happy in the system. Right?
Then now you fulfill them with advertisement, false advertisement that makes them think that they are happy. By eating burger, let them think that they are happy.
Yeah.
And this is how the whole concept of city has came. So whoever is there inside the city is full of fears and full of what do you call
anxiety, mostly, I
the
think.
slavery.
The slavery.
And they have no idea that we are whatever they are calling them as this is my choice. Actually, is not your choice. You just imagine like I'm choosing this purse and this purse. Does it make you free? No. You are in the same cycles. You are in the same rat race. That doesn't make you like free. What makes you free is, am I living healthy or not? First thing, am I happy or not? If I'm not happy, then what? That makes you more free.
A lot of viewers were saying that I promote cigarettes because in the last few of my episodes, people were smoking. So finally, I got someone who cares about health as well. So I'm just excited. I'm very happy for that. Like now they can say, "Oh, you are doing good things as well." Like, hi, I am this guy. He does like all the right things about health. Okay, so where were we? So I was also thinking of this thing that so you are living a very different lifestyle from most other people, right? You feel you are different that way, right? So do you also get negative energy from some people like trying who come to you and they try to prove you wrong or like they try to debate with you like this happens now on Instagram
very little.
Very little.
The thing is, we have so many filters that to live with us or it's first of all though you have to mental blockage has to be cleared. Then only you can come over here because Azadwadi is not a service oriented company or organization. It's more about co-living. It's more about community living. And we don't tell anyone that you are wrong. Everybody is in their growth. If you are smoking cigarette, it is totally fine. There is nothing wrong with it. But where you want to go from there? So everybody is there on their path. And we are nobody to blame anyone.
Right.
So that's why we never get hatred or something like these people are saying this. So whatever is there, we are sharing our experience. And we always tell that we are dancing over here and we invite you to dance. And let's dance together.
Right.
So that's it. That's the whole idea.
Right. So city life. If you talk about cities, so they also have this thing as well. They have jobs. They have multinational people. They also have this we perform comedy in city only. It's only one reason for myself living in a city is that I want to perform comedy, and we have spaces like that as well, right?
Yeah.
So, but village life, it has also demerits as well. I feel like this life. Do you feel or
it has also what?
Some demerits as well? You kind of stay away. So I was thinking of the negative point only. So one I remember when I talk about these things to other people, because I have many friends. So some friends are working as techies in some software companies. Some have their own business. So one thing they always talk about you can't go back. They think living close to nature is kind of going back in development or something like that. Do you also feel that?
No, like I feel like, for example, of course you haven't got like the same thing like as entertainment, like you won't have theater, cinema, all this kind of thing. But like instead you have like a lot of other thing, like that, like for example going on the street and like meeting the people, meeting your neighbors, going to the forest or doing like farming work or like activities that like keep you like that are like fun anyway to do or like nice to do also. So like then I feel like also a lot of these cravings go away, like these that you want to get entertained in some way, because already there's a lot of movement, like natural movement happening around you. So like I feel in the city often like you have a job and afterwards you want to relax in some way. So you will watch a film or you will hang out with people and go out to a bar or something because you want to think of something else maybe, or you want to relax somehow or have like a good time. But if you're like in village, for example, and you're anyway like enjoying your lifestyle or like the nature around you, then like you don't have the need for this also.
A lot of people come to the shows because they want someone to rant about their office life. This happens a lot. Like on Mondays and Tuesdays we go to bar, we perform there. And then both of us are like, I'm shouting about my boss and they are agreeing about my boss. Yeah, he's saying it right. So yeah, we are mostly doing that only.
And that's the whole system, like you know, that's the cycle. कि आपको पहले स्ट्रेस दे दो, फिर स्ट्रेस के लिए कुछ ऐसी चीजें बना दो जो वहाँ पे रिलीज हो रही है या रिलीज हो रही है, क्योंकि वो एक्चुअल में रिलीज नहीं हो रही है.
So your setup, so how much one has to earn to like make a setup like this? Do you think, you know, like there's some amount of money they will need, right? If
look, it depends on like what work you are like and how much you are willing to put.
So have you read about Masanobu Fukuoka? Na? He was a farmer from Japan, right? Yeah. So I think he has this book now where 1 acre he has mentioned. If you have 1 acre of land, you can survive on it.
Yeah.
Have you read about it?
I know about it, but yeah, like not from the book, but yes, from the life, yes. Because lots of my friends are like practicing Fukoku, like they are
where?
In Udaipur,
here also
in Haryana, in Punjab as well, in Gurgaon as well. So yeah,
Gurgaon as well.
Yeah.
I only remember one guy in Madhya Pradesh. I was like curious about him. I wanted to interview him as well, but that time I didn't have anything to interview anyone. So his name was Raju Titus. Do you know his name, Raju Titus?
No, I have no idea.
Someone told me like he's a guy in Madhya Pradesh who was able to like totally follow Fukuoka's steps and actually do natural farming successfully. He's that guy. Like someone told me that.
Okay.
I don't have any like proper knowledge about it. I just thought maybe you might also know.
The thing is like if you want to come this way, more natural way, I would say, more forest way. Then first you have to like make up your mind, like clean up your mind. Not make up, but clean up. Ki whatever trash you have filled inside in the form of advertisement, in the form of dreams, मेरे को ये बनना है, I want to become this, I want to become that. You are like, you know, that's what we were in the morning also when cleanup drive was happening and I was talking about that. Created you, भगवान ने आपको बनाया है, परिपूर्ण है वो. आप अपने आप में पूरा परिपूर्ण हो, आपको किसी की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर आप ये सोच रहे हो कि मुझे वो बनना है, ये मेरे ड्रीम्स है या मुझे ये करना है, इसका मतलब ये कि कुछ कमियां हैं, मेंटल लेवल पे कुछ कमियां हैं, तो उसे पूरा करना हमें मतलब. तो वही है कि हम कैसे अपने आप को मेंटल लेवल पे तैयार करें कि अगर मैं पूरा हूं तो फिर तो मुझे कुछ चाहिए नहीं ना. फिर तो क्या है, फिर तो बेसिक्स है कि बेसिक्स क्या है हमारे, साफ हवा, अच्छा खाना और पीने लायक पानी और मस्ती, अच्छे खूबसूरत दोस्त. और
pollution was happening like 2-3 days you had the smoke everywhere in Delhi. Like no one is able to breathe. That was here like same climate did you get here?
Yes, I guess, but little bit it was also very bad.
अब देखिए,
how is it in Germany? Like Germany, they have like a lot of industrialization that has happened there, like right? And they are not close to nature as you were told, like where you were living, they were not as close to nature as you are here.
No, there are like it's different kind. Like I was like living directly around forest and fields everywhere, so they have like nature also. But what I'm saying, like more especially like what about like the food industry, like also like the wheat or the animal products, all this kind of thing are industrialized. Also,
okay.
like you won't get so many like traditional works and like the artisan work. Like, you won't get like little like you find maybe a few only farmers, but it's difficult for them to survive because of they don't get enough money. Like these little farmers with only a few cows, but these you only find like in mountain area. Otherwise, like you find like big farms mostly. Where they give them all this like different food, which is often like with different medication or so. But like forests we have, like forest and fields we have. But like for example pollution or this kind of stuff we don't have there. But it also happened a lot like the thing is like if you look there, like many people they don't have the same kind of diseases or like they have different kind of things that are bothering them. But also because the living standard there is in some ways higher. But the thing is also they are, for example, here if you look around you see like a lot of trash like on the streets or somewhere. But like there you don't see it a lot because also these kind of country they are sending it to different places. Like Europe is like sending their trash to different countries to burn it there. Or like they will put like their big industry for fashion or whatever they will do in different countries. So you don't see the same impact there so much as you maybe see here where it's happening locally.
You see like big companies, like where are their companies?
Like many things are
in Asia.
imported, and many, even if you look in the supermarket, like half of the fruit or more even is import.
Yeah.
They don't actually produce it inside. So that's why also like it's like not really.
And then they have layers of colors as well these days, na? Like all the plants. So you grow all your vegetables here, right?
Yeah. Mostly we try like whatever we can consume.
Yeah, I was seeing this onion.
You know, actually how it started to grow. Actually, it was half cut and it was forgotten inside the box. It was left behind.
Okay.
And we thought it will get mad and bad.
It's better to get something out of it. Right?
No, but after 1 month, without any air, without water, just inside the dark box, it started to grow alone.
Okay.
And it was half cut already. But I think the onion has too
Then
much.
it's surviving. Like,
It
Yeah,
has
that's
such a
right.
strong will to survive somehow. We should all be like
It's
be
so
inspired by this.
Yes, exactly.
our inspiration.
Our inspiration.
This is our God here. That's a God.
Okay, so again we have to take a break, na? नहीं, continue कर सकते हैं. So we were also talking about culture thing, like how people get when they come near to nature, they also get more close to their culture. You said right when we were talking before. So how do you feel like which culture they get close to, and what is that culture that can be found out while like living with nature?
Like if you will travel to a tribal belt, if you will go towards more deep in the forest, and like you will find that their culture is around forest, around nature. All their goddesses, their stories, their mantras, everything. Now they represent sun, moon, stars, night, dark, land, and all the seasons, everything. So I feel right now culturally, what is culturally rich? For my understanding, culturally rich is something which is like which talks about forest, which talk about leaves, which talks about your fishes, trees, streams. So that is something culturally rich.
Okay.
And just imagine what will happen if everything is like now getting mined. Just imagine the amount of forest we are removing, and the mining we are doing. There is no inspiration will be remaining. So what kind of culture we'll create? The culture of maybe hatred, which is happening.
Which is
stress.
happening.
Everywhere in every world, like you see, like you will find this hatred. From why this hatred is coming? This hatred is coming because there are like you are like digging and digging and digging. So that is what you will get back.
And you're not able to survive as well. That's where the tension comes in.
Yeah, if you will
It's a
keep
lot
on
of
planting,
tension, a lot of
if you will think
pressures.
of planting, if you will keep on like growing flowers, trees, and this, then that culture will come up.
Right.
If you will dig, then that thing will
Like whatever you also plant, it will grow in some like in a way, like if you give like that energy, it will grow. If you give negative energy like hate, it will grow and will go spread to different people.
Right.
If you give the positivity or like,
so it's a culture of love
this
basically
will,
that you want.
the culture of
You
love.
want people to be more considerate, loving,
Yeah.
and be aware of themselves.
Yeah,
right.
And don't poke each other.
Yeah.
Instead of learn from each other. And that's what when we go to schools, when we do our talks or whatever sessions we do, that's what we tell the kids, like, ki it's not about how we want to live our life, शोषण जिसको बोलते हैं, exploiting something, so that is a different concept of living. And from exploitation you will also get exploited one day. But if you have good values, if you have like sympathy, empathy, if you have, if you know like how to make good families, have family together, how to take care of each other, then that thing will again come back to you.
Everything in the universe, it's like it always is looking for balance in some way, no? So like if you give something, it come back again, like a cycle. It's like in negative as in positive form. So
if you smile,
in
they
a
will
different
smile back.
form, obviously, but like
You'll smile, they will smile back. If you will just say like this, they will also come back. So it's simple. This is how it works. If you do nature like this, it knows how to
like put a tsunami on your house.
I was just going to say tsunami. Like I remember in Dharamkot, I used to go there like a lot when I was in college. At that time there was not many tourists, but like after that Dharamkot got so many tourists and so much construction happened there that for the first time in my whole lifetime, like for like whole lifetime means 30 years, and they have broken the record. For the first time, a flood happened in Dharamkot, which was like I never imagined a flood will happen there, but it all happened because of the construction. Because the canal that they had, it was no longer that wide because of the construction. It got narrower and narrower, and after some time, the water was not able to pass through when the rain happened. So it got flooded by totally. So this happens. Like I was watching videos of tsunami just yesterday. I don't know why. Yeah, it was nuts. Those like when you were watching the video, at first you will feel that it's just a wave. This water is coming down. Slowly that tsunami videos would become, like you will start. Suddenly, and it will like take everything away.
And that's the thing. Like nature is always like much more powerful than we can ever be. Like if we will build these houses, then the nature, like he can come back with like million times this force and like
right.
Like
and you guys are balancing it out for us. People like
we can't balance.
You can't balance.
We're trying, like
we're trying to balance ourselves. That's all we.
That's all you are looking for.
But like
Well, it's nice that you.
No, best thing would be like not actually to how you said before to poke, not actually to put this house there, Then nature will be like nature is actually friendly, Nature likes everyone actually.
Yeah.
But if you will bite nature will bite you back. So.
Yeah, like George Carlin, a famous comedian, he had a bit. He used to say, so first you build. He has this joke where he said, first you build houses on the bank of rivers and then you're like, why are we flooded? And I'm like, because you are.
It's true. You have dreamed to like be on the ocean side and like now you are saying like, why are we?
So finally, the last part of the podcast, you guys must be feeling tired as well, right? Normally you guys are preparing to sleep at this time.
Me too, actually.
I really want to talk to you guys for more than 2 hours more so that I can see you sleep here. So they will be like, we are out. Okay. So, I was talking about Emily. How did you find the experience in India? When did you come here? And any cultural shocks that you got here? And any new thing that you learned from here? Any of it?
So, many things are very different. The culture is completely different, of course. So one thing, for example, I've not seen before, all the cows walking around,
okay.
Which I like because I like the cow also, so it's something positive. Otherwise, like I feel like here is a lot like the many different like spiritual beliefs or this kind of practices is a lot like rooted in the culture. So this I feel I see a lot more here than like in Germany or Europe, for example.
So like in our education system as well. So somewhere we are taught that religious things and all these things like the beliefs that some cultures have, they are mostly taught as like they are not like educated people's beliefs, right? Like this happens in education when they always bring science in it and they try to for example like praying to any plant, right? So some people would consider like, there's nothing in it, right? Praying plant is not, he won't speak. But these things actually, they actually change things. Like this happens, right? If you like, for example, this Tulsi thing, they pray to it, but also because of it, there's Tulsi in every home, and they are drinking it regularly in their chai. Essentially, it's making their life a bit better, right? So so you were brought up like that, but that must have changed here, right? When you came to India.
You mean like how the people like it has like changed like in some way like that I see like the thing is before time also I was for example a long time in South America also. So there, for example, nature is also the god, like not the god, but like this is like mostly they are praying through nature to something higher. So like I've seen different like kind of like traditions where they have different kind of belief. So it wasn't like a shock for me here, but like there are some things that I feel like very beautiful, like how people like gives value to, for example, like it's in a spiritual way to, for example, to plants. But then also like it depends, like because like for example, many people maybe pray to the Tulsi plant or different plants. But then at the same time, they leave their trash like right next to the plant or under it. So that's again where I feel like there's the connection somehow also missing. So there are beautiful things, but also some things like aspects which I like am questioning. But with many things, same for example, one thing is different like the family structure. Like here in India, most families they are like very close together, no? So or like you aren't taking a decision alone, but with all your family maybe, no? You're not living your life alone, but your family is with you, with many people at least.
Right.
So in Europe, for example, or especially like Germany where I grew up, like when you're 18 years old, or 19, you will leave your home. Like you will go and live somewhere else with friends maybe, or study, or
does it like parents tell you to move out, or like it's you?
Actually, like both sides. Like in Germany, for example, if you are living with your parents when you're 30, they will say you're not capable of living alone. Like it will be negative because people will think like you can't do your own dishes, you can't cook, you can't clean your stuff. So that's why you live with your mom. That's what people, like in Italy, for example, it's same like here. People stay together. Which I feel like that, like here it's very beautiful also because like it's a lot of support, no? Right. So it's a lot of love also. And like it's more like community togetherness. Of course, like there are also some difficult things, like, or some things which are nicer, like maybe with this independency. For example, like, I then went and like I tried out many different, I was working different jobs, or I lived with different people, and like I learned by my own like many different things, and like got more independent, I guess.
Okay.
But at the same time, I was lacking always this kind of family support. Like I felt like also like at some point like I never had like this strong like support like that you have maybe here. So like for me, like then I felt like I have to search my family somehow, like in friends in different places.
Right.
And that also was like some kind of missing that I felt a lot. So this I feel is very beautiful also, like in these cultures where it's more like togetherness. Also like, especially like being together with older people or with different generations, it like can teach you a lot, no? Like the older people can take care of the little one and can teach them. The younger one can help with them.
Especially this, the older people, they give you validation. If you get
हाँ.
some sort of validation from that, you will stop running. That most of people do. They mostly like most of the people just running to get something. They have some targets.
हाँ.
But when grandparents are not like that, when they are like with you, they talk, they tell you stories and all, then you don't have the urge to like. Maybe you might have. 2 मिनट pause करना पड़ेगा. हाँ. तो एक मैं बोल देता हूँ like now you will if the grandparents is like nice, then you do have the like a clean motivation of doing things I have seen. Otherwise, it's mostly influenced by the TV or some other things. Okay, we'll take a 2-minute break. Just yeah. So we were talking about our families, the family values that you get here. That you liked it, huh? It was not a shock as well. You have also in South America. That must be like really tough as well. Like it's a tough place to travel.
In many ways, it's like very similar also to here.
Like they also
like in general, like I feel like if I see different cultures from outside, they look different. Like, but at the end, like we all like come from the same place. Like everyone will cook their food at home. Like everyone will do their washing of their clothes. Everyone has some kind of belief.
Yeah.
Like we use different languages and maybe have different skin colors, but at the end, like we're all like from the same. And that I feel also you can see a lot. Like
for example, I've seen like every culture has this thing where their god, after some time, night got frustrated and destroyed everything. Like these kind of stories every culture has had. And then like for example, Mexican culture, like South Americans, they also like rajma. We also love rajma. There are spices, right, in their food. Yeah, so that is also very similar to our
like
culture,
if you go
actually.
to Mexico, they will cook much more spicy than they will even put spice in their drink and in their sweets.
Oh yeah,
like your mouth will be burning. They put like this much mirchi like in one drink.
Oh fuck! Oh man, I can't try too much spicy food. I can't handle it. Same here. Nice.
No, I like spices a lot.
Oh wow! Of course you are here.
I can eat a lot. Right?
I have two kind of fight friends. Like some of them they can't tolerate the food at all here, and other friends are like they will eat anything. They are totally क्या बोलते हैं उसको protected. I think they're
like immune.
Yeah, right. So now where are you planning to take this Azadwadi? Like where do you see the future? Like you just want to educate or like what do you say? Educate or what's the other word? You just want to give information to more people, or you want to change lives, or you want to say it like get bigger area wise as well. This place.
So basically, like right now, what we are doing is right now we are working with schools, and we also have a membership program over here, where we are inviting families, and they can experience a whole space we have created, plus the forest, the environment they can be in, and the learning space. And in schools, what we do is like we have few programs which we deliver in schools. So, like for example, kitchen gardening, ecology, and nature study. The schools can come at this place. And yes, definitely, we would love to have more schools, more family members in Azadwadi, so that we have more deeper learning, more deeper connections, and understanding more about the climate change, about their lives, about how we can keep all the families together. About learning their own self, learning about bodies, and like health wise.
Yeah.
So definitely, we would love to expand in that way. I would not say like space wise we want to expand, or like materially we want to expand, but like yes, we would love to like create impacts on the lives of people of Gurgaon and NCR.
Do you also feel hopeful about it? Like, because I don't, I just feel this won't reduce.
The thing is, like, see, we are living like this, and there are lots of people coming like from around the world and from India. Good people who are coming over here, and like and they do the mentorship over here, So I feel that the more we engage with people, the more we learn. It's not about
same here actually. The more I engage with more people, hopefully I'll get the more knowledge.
So we are not hopeful that we will change the world or something. But it's like
At least like planting some, giving on some like seeds, and then everyone in the end, like they can see what to do with the seed, if they make it grow or not. But like, for example, if you look at people who come here, you will see like how positive like they react, and they will tell also it may be different friends. So more people come, and like from that slowly, like it's like the snowball effect, no? Like you put on the message to two other friends, and they will put it on to two other friends.
Snowball will get bigger.
So it's basically like to like more like the idea also to give on to the people, no? Like this mindset, like because that everyone needs in themselves also, no? We can't like
we need to
give
be
you
a bit
some-
more giving these days. I feel that like
And
that is
also-
really missing from the culture as
and
well.
Azadwadi, and especially in Gurgaon right now, what we have created, we would love to give it to people of Gurgaon. Then taking an ownership, oh, this is this person's space or this is this person's space. But we would rather let's come together and let's how we can sustain this space, how we can run all together to this space.
You
What
can-
creative concepts we can get, what all entrepreneurial skills we can get, and let's come to this place. And so that is the whole idea. That is the whole intention. And the intention is not that one person is handling
leading it,
everything.
but like community space, no, where everyone is, people come together and work together, no, and like each one maybe has different roles, like, but not like that someone has to lead it, and like every people are just
It can be
following.
a commune and a sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Have you been to rainbow festivals that happen in India? Rainbow festivals.
No, I have
They are
never-
all almost like this only, but but they're not that clean actually. Lots of drugs and all. So, but the rest of the nature thing is there here. Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you want to get in touch with them, you can get in touch with them at the rate ajadwari.tribe. Tribe. Yeah. You can. This is on Instagram. So you can contact them there. You can learn more about kitchen gardening. Like basic things you can learn from you guys as well, and we can apply it
Sure.
in our homes, right? So please do connect with them and also follow them, and also like this is the end of the podcast, so I'm ending it. That's okay, na, right? Yeah, it was really nice to meet you guys. Same.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't feel I would be at so calm after the whole thing. I was not thinking that, but like I really loved your place. The things you have done here, like for example, ये art space जो आपने बनाया रखा है, looks. I would love to see your paintings as well later on. Yeah, and that's all okay. You want to like say anything to the viewers before we shut this off? Any last message, last thing?
Yeah, sure. What is
Rahul, मैं Instagram, हाँ काला नमक, KAA, काला नमक.
So we would love to host Kala Namak over here, and also being on podcast of Kala Namak. Very grateful for us that on Kala Namak.
These guys are really sweet actually.
Please keep putting Kala Namak on your salads.
Okay, so that was one Kala Namak joke, and that is the end of the podcast. Chalo, bye bye.